I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Josh Reese and my brother Joe Pisano.
What is up? Hello.
Howdy.
Good still shit. Still a little fucked up. From
We're a little
last
slow
night. Yeah.
from last night's.
The fuck were y'all guys doing? I'm perfectly fine.
We were fucked up because we watched Backlash.
Yeah.
No, we got drunk while we watched Backlash. And it was like the most drunk I've been in a couple years, so it was rough.
Eric made 4 different types of drinks, and the 4th one was like should have been the first one.
Well, it was the Hurricane, but he called it the F5, and it was fitting. You know, unlike WWE where an F5 doesn't win, it doesn't finish anyone anymore.
Yeah.
This F5 finished me. Although I will admit it took about 4 F5s before I was knocked out.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, that
takes a few F5s.
Was it Josh after one of your large margaritas?
It was Josh after like a sip of a pina colada. Yeah, it was that bad.
Wow.
Like just one little sip and you're out.
Interesting. Okay.
That's
So you didn't get it to Josh full margarita level.
What's full? Oh, well, you were flying?
Yeah.
I mean, we were, you know, I didn't go right to sleep, but we did the whole podcast. We fucked around a lot. It was fun.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I woke up,
it was
I didn't
a good
remember
time.
much.
It was a good kind of steady buzz at one point. That was a lot of fun, especially when we recorded.
It was a good buzz, but then when he hit him with an F5, that's when everything went to hell.
That's when, yeah.
But it was really fun. I would go check it out. Patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling for the Backlash recap.
Talk about cross-platform plugs.
/ drunk casts. Our fans are already wanting more drunk casts.
And since Eric didn't make food this time because he's specialized and focused on these alcoholic drinks that were amazing, I made these cheeseburger keto
Smashburger
tacos.
They were great.
Yeah.
They were
Bad Bunny
fantastic.
Backlash Burger Taco.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was so good.
You can see that on the socials at Wrong Wrestling.
So
but
good. Shit.
But Hollywood Hogwash.
Yeah.
There's also a Patreon for that. Patreon.
Shit. That's right.
Patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash.
Barry.
We're currently watching Barry.
Technically, I've only been on the recaps coming back, right? So this is the main show.
Oh,
this is
true.
technically the main show.
This is the main show.
So if those of you started watching recently,
That's
hello.
true. That's right.
I'm an OG, but went away for a long time. But here,
Reintroducing.
now I'm back. That's right. Reintroducing.
His re-debut.
Good to be back, and good to be back at Marvel, in my opinion, getting their fastball back with Guardians 3.
It's not going to last long. But
It's not going to last, unfortunately. I don't think so either.
We don't know that.
No, someone's getting Tommy John after this movie for sure.
Well, maybe, but at least I thought this was a great movie.
No, it was.
for sure.
Guardians 3 was great, just like all the Guardians movies have been. Just like every single movie that James Gunn makes.
Right.
There's
is
only one
amazing.
reason it was
But
well.
Guardians 3 was a standalone MCU movie. It had nothing to do with the Kang shit.
No.
Had nothing to do with anyone else. You know,
Right.
Thor, Ant-Man. It was standalone because this was the last Guardians movie that we're getting.
Yeah.
Well, at least with James Gunn.
Yeah.
But now James Gunn has left to go help a different company.
A different
that
universe.
needs it so much. They've needed it since Christopher Nolan said adios 11 years ago.
Yeah, it's true.
And now the
They've
DCU,
never gotten their fastball.
James Gunn is he's writing and directing a new Superman movie that's coming out in the next few years.
Amid a writer's strike.
He's,
Go figure.
He's doing a new Batman, a new Batman story.
Brave and the Bold, yeah.
Or this is with this Batman.
No.
No.
Another new Batman.
They're still doing another Pattinson Batman, but they're doing a different
Pattinson.
Good.
There's the DCU,
Okay.
where it's like that's canon, where everyone's connected.
And then
Right.
Elseworlds.
The DC Elseworlds is what the Joker is. That's
Okay.
what the Robert Pattinson Batman movies are.
Right.
Because even James Gunn was like, I don't want any part of that garbage. So let me get
good shit.
I mean, no, the Joker's good.
So another
So is Batman.
Batman, though? Another Batman?
well, because Ben Affleck, the Flash is the last time we'll see Ben Affleck as Batman.
And the Penguin. The Penguin's coming out sometime
Batman,
soon, too.
Batfleck said that before this movie, and he
That's
came
true.
back, so you never know.
But he is doing a new Batman that is confirmed. And he
in a
will
few
be
years.
Yeah, it's coming out in a few years.
Another
yeah.
recast of some rant. Like I don't know. Isn't it too much? We're flooding it.
Well, no, we haven't had a
Never
good.
too much.
To me, we haven't had a good Batman since fucking
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
You don't like the Batman?
No, you know I don't.
The Batman was good.
Pattinson
Okay, we
was-
know you liked it, but no, I didn't like it. I think Pattinson's a great actor. They just wrote him a lame. He was got.
I'm Batman.
Look,
He's a
if you-
fucking detective.
We did.
He was a
this.
great detective.
We did this.
Great detective.
We reviewed this movie. It's out there. It's on
I think
Hollywood
I
Hogwash.
was a part of that review. I think maybe the last time I did the show.
Maybe.
God,
You're like, I quit.
I quit. Okay, so and then he's also making another new Superman.
Yes.
Like
Superman Legacy?
Legacy, it's called.
Legacy, yeah.
so, like from the beginning.
Yes.
Reboot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another reboot. Okay.
Yeah.
They gotta
I'll
restart
take
it all.
Look, I'll take. Yes, I feel like they have to. That's why I'll take it. Look.
Yeah. So what is
I
the
think
Flash?
enough-
The end of the DCU?
Yes.
No, it's kind of rebooting it.
The
That
end.
is the
Restart.
reboot. So apparently Ezra Miller's staying. By the
Potential.
way, let's get to Hollywood. No, Ezra Miller's apparently hanging around.
Okay.
As
Until he murders
is
someone.
Gal Gadot,
Oh,
as
fair.
is Shazam.
Jason Momoa,
Jason Momoa is reportedly
Okay.
hanging around.
John Cena.
John Cena's hanging around.
You gotta
yeah.
give him. You gotta put him in something, right?
Well, you saw Shazam, right?
Not the second one.
Oh, you didn't see the new one.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
probably
does he
best.
have a?
No, he doesn't. But there's
His
you can
team.
tell. Yeah, they're forming a team and everything.
Oh, okay.
and- yeah.
Right.
So anyway,
So everyone but fucking Superman.
Well,
Pretty
and
much.
Batman replacing Affleck, obviously.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Michael Keaton. Is it just a one-off for Keaton? Even if it is a one-off for Keaton, I'm fine with it because it's been 30 years since we've seen him.
But Affleck's
Some-
in this Flash movie.
Yes, he
So
said
if they-
he's.
yeah.
He said he's in it for like 5 minutes, but yeah.
All right, so I get it. They're gonna do kind of with the Spider-Man thing. I get it with a couple
Yeah.
of Batman, but then they're rebooting, or you think they'll grab a Batman from another universe and bring him into this new DCU?
No, James Gunn said it's going to be a new Batman.
Okay.
A new person being cast for a new character.
I wonder if Lady
it's even
Superman's
the
staying
Batman
around.
movie, and he's going completely
Lady
original. It's going to be Batman and his son. The next Batman movie that
As
James
Robin?
Gunn's doing. No.
Oh, okay.
No, yes, as Robin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brave and the Bold.
Like
That's
the-
a Batman and Robin story.
Because I think his son was like Robin number 4.
Yeah.
Tim
Something like that.
Drake, I think it was. I think
No,
that's
Tim Drake's not his son.
No.
no. Isn't that Brave and the Bold storyline though? Is that Tim Drake?
I don't know, Josh. I just know in this case, the
We're not
Brave and
big
the Bold,
comic people,
it's
but-
going to be Batman's son.
Okay.
But yes, it is Brave and the Bold, but this is Batman and his son.
Damian
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah,
Duh.
It's Damian Wayne.
Duh. Oh yeah, that's
Because
where
that's the mother is what's her name?
Talia
Talia
Ghul.
Talia al Ghul.
raped
In
raped
that
Batman.
story,
Yeah.
so she doesn't go bad, or she does.
Oh,
but
no,
then
absolutely.
They end up getting it on,
Oh yeah.
or just follow Christian Bale when they,
Yeah.
you know, then there's a baby from that.
Well, she basically
She died pretty quickly
Yeah, but she
afterwards.
doesn't die though. in
That's
that
basically
Yeah.
what happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
no,
tricks him into impregnating her. Like, I mean, she is in love with him.
Oh,
Like, she is in love with him, but she also wants him to be the new leader of the League of
Oh,
Shadows.
Assassins in the comics. Yeah.
yeah.
of Assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. But I guess we're already in the Hollywood hogwash,
Sure,
the news
yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah,
rumors,
yeah.
but we still got to hit the music, obviously. So. All right, you heard it. So, yeah, the Writers Guild of America is currently on strike, which means all your favorite TV shows and upcoming movies will have massive delays. I hope Daredevil 3, they don't have to delay that. I hope, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I hope that script's already written.
I was looking around. There were two shows that I saw that people had said that there's not going to be any effect to them because either the script's already done,
Yeah.
or they already planned for it or something like that. One of them is Lord of the Rings season 2, whatever about that. But Andrew's favorite show, House of Dragon,
I don't care.
season 2, it
Josh.
will be unaffected.
Josh, I'm not even going to watch that show.
Andrew,
not
that's
even
going to
gonna
be
watch
the only
season 2.
show that will be new.
I don't care. I'm not going to watch it.
Hold on. Did we recap season 1 on here?
Yes.
You have to watch season 2. It's going to be big.
I didn't like it.
It's going to be the only fucking show that's out. Everything else is going to
boring.
be
If-
delayed.
If we didn't recap something we didn't like, What's Wrong with Wrestling would have been dead years ago.
We reviewed She-Hulk.
Right.
So
Right, yeah.
this is the podcast that's supposed to be reviewing stuff I like, that we like.
Well, we had high hopes for.
Look, House of Dragon wasn't awful. It was okay, but it lacked the Game of Thrones stuff that like you guys told me was so amazing.
Yeah.
It did
I was
lack.
like, where
It
is
did.
that? I'm not seeing it in House of Dragon.
But if you look at this in HBO's eyes, like everything is going to be delayed, right? So why not try to like hit a home run with season 2 of House of Dragons? Everyone's going to be fucking watching that show. No one else is going to. No one's going to be distracted because there's not going to be anything else on.
By the way, Josh.
It
By the
might
way,
be
hold
the
on.
You're
best
saying the
show
you're saying
out
the
there.
script is done?
The script is done.
Time
That's
out.
what you read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. This is not like weekly episodic TV land anymore, right? Like there's plenty of content that was written that's in a can right now that's going to be released on Netflix or Hulu or all the streaming services. So
Sure.
like and if they get to an agreement in the next 60 days, you probably won't even see a big effect unless you're watching a show that's currently filming and putting out episodes every week.
But last time in 2007, it lasted a while.
It
Yeah.
did last a
And it
while.
affected everything
Yeah, there
back
was a
then.
But in
lot of-
2007, you didn't have all these streaming services that are literally producing content every minute.
Right.
You had like, the season where like you didn't do anything and you had your off seasons and you had this and
In
I'm just saying.
2007, it wasn't as many streaming services, but the strike was over streaming services. The
Yeah,
strike in 07.
They might have planned a little bit better this time around too, but
We'll
you know,
see.
you never know.
I remember Rescue Me. It delayed Rescue Me 2 years.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
And didn't it
for
fuck
season
up
5.
Breaking Bad too?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
fucked up
I
everything
think
in that
it's-
time.
Yeah, I think it delayed.
Never
Breaking Bad as
understood
well.
like the Writers Guild strike. Like someone paid you a lot of money to do something. Like I don't know. Like I don't.
They're claiming the claim is that like everything's gone up except like the agreement they have like for a percentage of whatever is still the same, whereas everyone else is getting paid more. That's apparently the thing. But no, if you're confused about this, just go watch the South Park episode "Canada on Strike," where the country of Canada goes on strike, and he's still he's like, "We are the WGA." And he's like, the what? He's like, the World Canadian Bureau. And he's just like, we want more money. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, give us some of that internet money, guys. Come on. Because Terrence and Phillip gets delayed.
So what happens with Vince and his writers? Are they part of the WGA?
Fuck no.
No, didn't you
They
see
haven't given me anything good in years anyway.
Yeah.
what didn't
I write the show.
He'll
didn't
tell them.
Triple H say that it was going to be unaffected because I guess they have no writers?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't affected in 2007. It's not like Monday Night Raw went on hiatus for 2 years or however long.
I just wonder. I guess they're not part of the union. They probably signed
No, they're
something
not.
that says they're not part of the union.
None of them. The actor, like the wrestlers, are not a part of the union. You know, we figured that out. They don't get insurance through anyone.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. How is that though? Like if they're on, the minute you're on screen and say things, you can join a union.
Screen Actors Guild. Yeah.
Yeah. Like so. I mean, I
They don't
guess
consider wrestling still considered a sport or
that's.
something.
I don't know how they. You know,
It's
Vince,
gotta be.
He gets around it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, the same way that he was allowed to continue to put on WWE every week despite COVID lockdown. But that was also because
They're essential
his wife
services.
was on Trump's team and they made a huge donation. He was like, hey, and it was like, wrestling is an essential business.
Essential business.
You know, like you couldn't get a haircut, but WWE was running shows.
but you could throw a body slam on someone. Essential business.
Let's see, grocery stores and wrestling.
Yeah.
Essential business. That's it.
The
That's
only
all
two
you get.
things. Breathing, maybe. All right, fine.
Like there wasn't. When did it happen? I mean, yeah, didn't basketball immediately shut down?
Well, everything.
Well, basketball's a little bit more progressive, you know.
Yeah.
They try to take a little bit more.
they tested
what
you and
happened
threw
that
you in
year?
a bubble.
Yeah.
Basketball stopped, and then a few months later, they did the bubble thing, right?
Bubble in Disney
Yeah.
World, Disneyland,
Whatever. Yeah.
But it was still like months later, whereas WWE did not miss an episode.
Right.
Not one.
One. Like the day it went, Vince was like, "Fuck it, I'm not fucking leaving." Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
it was
they had to have gotten down for 2 weeks or something of recaps or something. They had to have.
Well, they're
when the world first shut down and was scared of everything,
yeah.
they wouldn't be just throwing people together.
There was they had the shows. It was the first time we did like live streams for them.
Yeah.
Remember they would show old matches?
Yeah.
But there would still be like two people on a desk, and then like a wrestler would come out, cut a promo, and
Yeah.
then leave.
by himself. Yeah.
So yeah, like it was.
Isn't that when Stone Cold came out and he was making fun of
during
Byron or
that
whatever?
time, yeah.
Yeah, because it was literally like that because it was March of 2020.
Right, Stone Cold
Stone
Day.
Cold. It was 316 days. So it was like the second week of lockdown, and
Right.
God, that was terrible.
Yeah. I love everybody. And that's the bottom line because I love you. Because Stone Cold loves you.
So bad.
And give me a hell yeah. Well, god dang.
Thanks, Byron. Thanks, Byron.
All right, back to Hollywood Hogwash. Yeah. So there's also a big rumor going around that Marvel has offered Margot Robbie the role of Sue Storm in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. I'm sure they would love to have her.
Yes.
Here
You
is
know?
a,
I'm sure she gets offered every Marvel role.
what do we think? It's a fan-generated image. Not bad, right?
Still
only-
looks like Miss Marvel there.
The only reason I'm a little disappointed is because I wanted, John Krasinski and his wife.
Yeah.
What's her face? Because she'd be a great Sue Storm too. She's a great actress.
Who's
yes,
his wife?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Oh,
sorry.
shit. Yeah.
She's great. I love her in everything.
Well,
Well, they
I,
were
like,
killed that version of
I love her in
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow,
Oh, that's such a great movie.
where their sword.
Such a great
right.
yeah. But yeah, is he even going to be the new Mr.
No.
Fantastic?
They say no.
Why tease it? Not do it.
No, there've been like a lot
They
of
literally
rumors.
said the only reason John Krasinski was in that movie was because the fans were
Fans.
tweeting about it.
Right,
They're
but
like,
the
"All right."
fans want him to continue.
They want him to continue.
No.
Maybe they were like, it'd be weird if the first time you see him, he dies. And then he's like, hey, I'm back and I'm a different version. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
they're
that's-
doing that with Kang.
That's why I don't like any of that.
Yeah, so it's
Honestly.
Yeah, I would have been fine with him.
I don't know. There's a lot of rumors out there. One of the rumors I saw for Mr. Fantastic was Adrian Brody. And I was like,
there's no
no,
chance. There's no way.
Can't go that old.
Yeah.
No, not Adrian Brody. Excuse me. The guy that was in 66 Million. What the fuck was his name?
Nicolas Cage.
No.
66 million?
66 million.
Emo Darth Vader.
Oh, yes.
Emo Darth Vader. What is
Fucking, I
happening?
can't think of
Kylo
his-
Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a great
Why did I
actor.
say Adrian Brody. Jesus
Adam
Christ.
Driver.
Adam Driver.
That's not even close to Adrian
No,
Brody.
I don't know why I said that. No,
No,
but
yeah,
even
I-
Adam Driver, I'm like, no.
I
he's-
saw that rumor as well. That
he's
would be
very
good.
emotionless.
Yeah, Adrian Brody's 50. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no. I meant Adam Driver. Adam Driver. I don't know why I got them two motherfuckers confused.
Yeah, Adam Driver would be good. I think. He's 39. So,
What they need to do is get Pedro Pascal.
right. Yeah.
Well, they just need to attach him to some type of
Also, Deadline reports that comedian Rob Delaney will return as the fan favorite character Peter in Deadpool 3. Remember,
really?
Oh shit, yeah.
Peter in Deadpool 2 was like he was on X-Force, but he was just like the dad bod guy.
He was
that
the
had
only
no
one
powers.
that he's the only
Yeah,
one
but he
that
went-
lived, right?
but
Him
he-
and Domino.
But he went back in time at
And
the
saved
end and
him.
saved him. And he sent him home.
Yeah, remember originally he died, but then at the
Oh,
the mid credits, Deadpool like went back and saved him. He was like, Peter, just go home, man. He was like, all right, cool. I don't know what I'm doing anyway.
How did he die? Did he get shredded by the
That guy,
Who? Which one?
Peter?
Skarsgård, that actor from It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He like threw up on him, and it was like that
Oh,
acid shit.
that's
Did he lose his
right.
arm at
Burned
first
him to
and then-
death. That's
yeah, something like that.
Oh, Domino.
Sugar Bear.
Domino
Yeah.
was the only one that survived. That's right.
Because she's so
Duh.
lucky.
She's so lucky.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that Domino's returning. Damn it. We haven't heard
why
that.
I
wouldn't
yet.
think she for sure
She
is.
should.
She
I mean,
definitely.
they're bringing
is.
back
She
a
was
ton
so
of other
good.
people.
Yeah.
Also, Scarlet Witch herself, Elizabeth Olsen, recently told Vanity Fair. Well, before that, like, you know how you saw Doctor Strange 2 and you're like, well, I thought we already went through this with WandaVision. She wanted her kids back. She didn't, at the end, she decided to, not stop enslaving everyone.
Yeah.
And she's going to be okay. Then we get to Doctor Strange 2 and Scarlet Witch is just doing the same thing she did in WandaVision.
Right.
So she told Vanity Fair it's a similar arc in Multiverse of Madness that is in WandaVision. There could be parallel stories being told of dealing with grief and loss. I proposed that to the writers of Multiverse. I said, do you know what we're doing in WandaVision? Have you seen it? And no, they hadn't seen it
That sounds
because it wasn't finished yet.
Interesting.
So they had to write Multiverse of Madness before WandaVision was even finished,
Well,
post production
that's
or
kind
even
of
maybe even
frustrating.
filming.
Like, look, you have these big projects, right?
Yeah.
You think that the writers would be able to know a little bit about what's going on and
No, it's a secret.
and other things?
No, Kevin Feige's got to be in
just
control
like-
of all of this.
Well, that's what we have. Why we have so many problems, and no one knows what's going on. I mean,
Well,
it's just
you do have
it's
a
very
lot of
frustrating.
You do have a lot of different stories and TV shows and movies now. So yeah, you can get a little lost in it, I guess.
Marvel should have been like, thank you, Kevin Feige, for your service. You did a great job for a while.
Yeah.
But all things must come to an end.
And we're giving
maybe-
the keys to James Gunn.
And we're gonna stop James Gunn from going to DC, and we're gonna hand him the keys. And maybe Feige goes to DC. And,
oh, fuck things
but
up
it just
over
seems
there.
like
No, they should give him
Feige's-
$1 billion and bring him to DC. Kevin
Who?
Feige.
Feige?
Yeah, like, yeah, you're wrapped up here. Thanks. Endgame.
Well, it's funny. I
Amazing.
said on Hogwash. There's proof. Like a few months before they announced James Gunn, I was like, they should just give James Gunn all the money in the world to run DC because we heard reports they were looking for a new head at DC.
Right.
And they listened to the show, and that's exactly what they did.
I think
exactly
so.
what they did.
Yeah, they kept on going through different names.
You know,
and-
like that's why I don't like the parallel universe thing and the time machines because then just anything goes. Mark Ruffalo was on stage, I don't know, recently, and so are they ever going to bring back Iron Man and Captain America? And he's like, I don't want to say.
fuck if I know.
I don't want to. They're going to shoot me if I say.
I don't think Robert Downey Jr. will ever come back.
Okay.
Because I think he.
That's the Brinks truck that they're backing into his driveway.
He's already has a Brinks truck.
Well, I know because he got a piece of Iron Man. He was smart.
I would bet you $1, but there has to be a timetable on there. Like
In the
yes.
next 10 years, he will
it would-
return.
look, past 18 months, it really wouldn't make any sense because then they've established new characters. But
Yeah.
will he make an appearance as Iron Man ever again? I'm 99% yes.
I say no.
Dude, it's all
I think he cares. I think he actually cares enough about the story and the character. Be like, when I die, I sacrifice myself it was the biggest sacrifice ever in a superhero movie.
But you're forgetting.
He saved the whole world.
I'm
like,
not saying he's back and now he's back and he's
I know.
going through a bunch of. I mean, like they travel back in time to something and there he is.
He waves and then they move on.
He interacts with someone going back in time, or they went to another universe and he just, hey, what's going on? The fucking fans will lose their mind, and then they leave that
sure,
universe, and that's
it's
it.
possible. I'm sure they would love for him to do that. Obviously,
There's too many different
Captain
Iron Man
America never
characters
died.
now.
Like, we don't know what happened to his character, really.
no. In the
Found love. He
in
found love,
Falcon
Joe.
and Winter Soldier show, they said he's dead. They're like, he died.
You know what? You're right.
So I
They did
guess
say
right
that. They
after
did say that.
right after Endgame, he was like, "Here, Sam," and then they shot a scene where he just falls off the bench.
Like Mike in Breaking Bad. Just let me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
Let me die in peace.
peace.
shut the fuck up and let me die in peace.
Yeah.
Moving on, The Wrap reports that Carl Urban, who plays Billy Butcher in The Boys, is in final talks to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2.
Do I want to see a Mortal Kombat movie? Maybe.
Maybe.
Wow.
Did you guys watch the new first one?
No,
No. Yeah.
No.
no, it didn't look very good.
But Carl Urban is in
But
something?
Carl
Fuck yeah.
Urban.
I'll take that trip. No problem.
great.
We need to recap for a Patreon episode of really could be either one, honestly. That movie that was all the assassins get, it's kind of like Mortal Kombat. All the assassins get brought to an island and they just do a series of battles. Oh, what the hell was it called? Kevin Nash is in it. He's like one of the guys, and his daughter's an assassin as well. I'll have to look that up. But there's a smoking hot girl that has a scene at the beginning of the movie where she's getting dressed and she's kind of fighting
I've
nude.
seen that scene.
Yeah.
I've seen that scene.
That whole movie is actually underrated. It's actually pretty good,
Yeah.
but it's also completely ridiculous
Of
and
course.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So that might have to be a Patreon episode because there's a
Maybe.
wrestler in it.
We try to watch good movies, Joe. We try to watch good
Well,
movies
for
on the
what's wrong with
Patreon.
wrestling, we do a lot of joke movies, but we'll see.
Also, Jason Momoa told Variety that he actually wrote his own Aquaman 2 treatment,
I saw that last week. Yeah.
and the villain is climate change.
Climate change. Right. I also read in that story that Warner Brothers only took some of that script.
I'm sure they took none of that script.
The villain is climate change.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
As
does that
in-
make him Republican because he wants to kill climate change?
No.
Or is he liberal
Makes him
because
liberal, the whaling industry.
he fights climate
Momoa
change?
said the beautiful thing about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is me and my partner wrote a 50-page treatment, And a lot of it has to do with me talking to the UN about what's happening with the melting ice caps. There's no far off galaxy coming to destroy us or aliens from another place.
Well.
It's us ruining our planet. We need to get it together and save our home.
Yeah.
It's like no one wants to see that in a movie. We go to movies to escape from reality.
Right.
You're telling me that wouldn't make the movie
So
better?
Aquaman is just going to be like politicking at the UN.
At the UN. Let's listen to this Fishman.
Warner Brothers was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, we'll read this right away. Yeah, it had some really good stuff, Jason.
Wow.
Getting shredded behind him.
Great shit. Great shit. Keep writing, man. You got a future in this.
Yeah. Last thing I have is John Wick 4 comes out on digital on May 23rd. But more importantly, the Blu-ray and Steelbook comes out June 13th.
I think I
And
missed,
I'll be there.
I missed my chance to see it in the theaters, but I will be super happy when it comes out on streaming. And
It's
I will
got to still be there.
watch it. Well, but I mean, it'd be fun to watch that in my movie room anyway.
Did you say June? Isn't that
June
when?
13th is the Blu-ray.
Isn't that when isn't the TV show supposed to come around sometime around then too?
Oh, is it?
Or was it supposed to be in the fall? Maybe
I don't remember, but
I
yeah, I'm
can't
looking
remember.
forward to that.
But
as
this
well.
year, yeah, the Continental is supposed to come out this year sometime.
Wasn't it like 4-hour long things?
I
Like
think that's what it was. It was like
it
4
wasn't-
episodes, like a mini series almost,
something like that.
like 4 or 5 episodes, but they're all like an hour long.
Yeah.
Interesting shit.
What do you guys got?
The only thing only couple things I had I thought was pretty interesting. So Anthony Starr has promised The Boys season 4 is the most bizarre thing he's ever done.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't season 3 the most bizarre thing he's ever
Well,
done?
I remember for before season 3, they were like, the craziest thing happens, and I'm pretty sure it was that Ant-Man guy, what he did.
Yeah, so bizarre shit that's happened
But they gotta keep upping, they gotta keep getting crazier and
That was
crazier.
in episode 1 of season 3,
Yes, it
right?
was,
Then
episode
you still had the
The
orgy,
sex orgy,
super orgy,
yeah.
whatever they called
not
it.
Herogasm.
Herogasm, yeah.
Not only that, you had his almost dead girlfriend jack him off.
That's right.
Oh, right.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, who knew she was still alive? And then they had the whole thing with her.
I mean,
Hilarious.
they do crazy, wild shit every single season. It's
true.
So I mean, like you had Herogasm and all that shit, but he says this season had some of the most bizarre shit that he's done. I mean, it's
how they sell
only
the-
titillates.
It's how they sell
Only
the show.
titillates.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I'm super excited.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Still don't have a release date on when that could be, but I guess it's good. They're still filming
when
right
did The
now.
Boys season 3 come out?
I don't remember,
It was last year.
Yeah.
but was it
It was
late
June 2022.
June?
I was going to say June of 22, yeah.
So they finished filming already. We do know that. It says late 2023 or early 2024 is the likelihood. So
Well,
yeah,
I'm
show
excited.
typically takes around 10 to 12 months from filming. So yeah, I think they finished filming in February. So yeah,
I'm excited. So the only other thing I have is I know this will annoy Andrew, but I like it. Andrew has been on a crusade against sequels for movies.
Okay.
And
that's not what I said.
Cliffhanger 2 is apparently happening.
Yes.
Of all the Stallone movies,
Yes.
that gets a sequel.
Cliffhanger 2
I'm
is
excited.
coming
Although
back.
I will say he's doing sequels to all of his movies.
All of them. Why not? That's a great movie.
No, what I propose on the show, I didn't say I hate sequels.
You do hate I think you do hate sequels though.
No, what I said on Hogwash a month ago, or whatever it was, I said you have two options. Either every movie that comes out is a sequel or a reboot. Every movie.
Yeah.
Or every movie is a standalone, like, you can't make another Iron Man movie. You can't make another Spider, like, no more sequels. It's either only sequels or no more sequels ever again. And I would go for original stories.
I pick sequels.
Yeah, but they can't put out good content like that.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Because people only go to the movie theaters to see superhero movies and nostalgia.
Right.
And movies like Sisu only make a few $1 million despite being amazing.
That was amazing.
But I would still rather watch original movies over sequels, only sequels.
Yeah. I got you.
So apparently, per Variety, the Angel Has Fallen director, the movie with Gerald Butler.
Yeah,
Gerard
that's
Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Gerald.
Gerald, whoever. That's the
Geraldo Butler.
Geraldo. That's the person that's going to be directing the upcoming sequel to Cliffhanger 2.
Okay. Oh, so it's not Stallone.
Well,
Stallone's not
Stallone
in
is
it?
going to be in it.
Of course,
okay.
Stallone's
Yeah.
a part of it. You wouldn't make that movie without Stallone. Starring Joe Pisano. No one wins.
Yeah, just like you wouldn't make Independence Day 2 without Will Smith. That would be really fucking stupid. Anyways,
At least you had Jeff Goldblum.
come on. that
Oh,
movie's-
but I mean, if we're doing Stallone sequels, the sequel that needs to be done is Demolition Man 2. I mean, let's be honest.
Wow, I love
that's
Demolition
the movie that needs to
we're
be done.
getting Expendables 4 this year.
Really?
Yes.
What more
talk
could
about
they?
it.
No, you can't.
That's
I
Fast
stopped
and
watching
Furious.
after 1, I think.
2 was great. 3 sucked.
Yeah.
But what do you got there?
Yeah, so did you hear about this? You see this? You hear about this?
I don't know. Maybe. It's Carson
Barbie
Daly.
trailer's out.
Yes.
Oh,
There's a
yeah,
lot,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's a lot of interest in this scene. You don't have to listen to what he's saying, but you'll get it right away.
Carson Daly, right? Yeah. Okay.
She steps out of shoes,
Yes.
and everyone's freaking out about how perfect her feet and her calves are. And there's a lot of
So I
foot
guess
fetish-
she walks that way since the doll was always on her tippy toes.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yeah.
But like famous celebrities, like I'm just giving you an example of one I saw because I know there's a lot of them. But like Chrissy Teigen was like, I want to know exactly how that shot was made. Are there cranes? Did you do like stunt feet? Like
CGI.
no, because
Right, because she didn't like sink at all.
I think because it's just like so like perfectly done where like you know what I mean? Like she steps. and
right.
That'd be hard to do, I think, to like just the way it is. Anyway.
No,
Play,
like,
okay, well, let me see it. Can I see it up close?
of course.
No, because
Let's put it on the big screen.
it could just be CGI.
CGI feet. Go back.
Yeah.
It's at the very beginning. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, there's Carson Daly. Yeah, no, yeah, obviously it wasn't natural.
Yeah. Because there's no gravity. Right.
There's no gravity.
But I
at
think
all.
that's the point is Barbie's feet are like that, you know?
Yeah.
That This movie's going to be weird. I've never truly understood.
So weird. I don't get it at all.
I've heard a lot of people say that apparently Ryan Gosling's performance in this movie is Oscar worthy. And
Come on, what the fuck are you talking about?
Seriously, type it in there, and there's
Hey,
people that have
Barbie.
said that. I have
Hey,
no
Barbie,
idea.
You want to get ice cream?
I have no
No,
idea, but
it's a
apparently
joke.
people
No.
are blown away with his performance
That's
in
a
this movie.
joke. I think that's a joke.
He looks so weird.
Oh, well,
in
for
that
sure,
trailer.
yeah.
It looks fucking weird. Like she looks great.
Isn't
but
John Cena in this movie?
John Cena?
Probably. Why wouldn't he be?
What?
Is he
I thought I
G.I.
heard-
Joe?
I thought I heard something crazy about that.
Is he G.I. Joe?
No, I don't know.
In Barbie?
People are talking about that.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah. But anyway, this
Yeah.
stuff that was kind of funny.
Right. All right, then. It's time to
Will
talk.
Ferrell, that's who it is. Will Ferrell's in the movie,
Sure.
which I think is weird.
When's the last time he's made anything good? Jesus.
Yeah.
He's like 0 for his last 10.
That sucks.
All right. We can move on to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah, it did very well, obviously. 114 million domestic, 282 million worldwide.
282 just in the opening weekend.
And how much
Yes.
did it do in that planet that was housed only by animals?
Well, they were all, spoiler alert.
Well,
Well, we're talking about the movie,
it's in
damn
the
it.
trailer. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. How many people were spoiler alerted in this movie, Josh?
A lot of spoiler alerted people.
Interesting.
A lot of people that got spoiler alerted,
She was
right?
spoiler alerted.
But not any not, you know, it's interesting. Okay, like if you're listening at this point, obviously spoilers, but like they teased this movie as if one of them was going to die. Everyone thought Rocket was going to die in this movie going in.
Technically, 2 people died.
No, but none of the Guardians died.
Yeah.
Technically, 2 of them died.
Who?
Moments.
No, they
And technically, they died, but they were quickly brought back.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Who?
They were revised.
Rocket died.
Rocket didn't die.
Yeah.
Rocket's heart was still beating.
No, I think they had a shock.
He was dying.
I thought it was,
To Josh's credit, he
I thought it was pretty
it took
close
a
to
miracle
death.
to bring him back.
Also-
yeah, because he was walking towards Layla and all that. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but
Sure.
You know what I
Also,
mean? So, yeah,
Star
he was-
Lord. He technically
Yeah, right.
died.
His face was about to explode.
It did.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, technically, but
Yeah,
yes.
but you
This
know
was-
you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
You're trolling here.
I mean,
Who, Josh?
No, look,
Yeah.
look. In the trailer, that scene where they're carrying Star Lord, that's like in the first 5 minutes of the movie. You know, and we dummies ourselves, we're like, oh, I guess that's, Star-Lord's going to die in this movie, right? Maybe. I mean,
No, I was thinking Rocket the whole time. Although he was just in bed for most of the movie, so yeah. But I don't know. We first see Baby Rocket. He's super cute. People like animal lovers that are like easily disturbed by like animals getting hurt, like had an issue with this movie.
even though no animals were harmed in this movie.
All CGI.
It's all CGI.
Come on,
But still,
now.
the imagery,
It was
if you
rough.
know Rocket, you feel bad for him.
I thought it was rough. I thought, like for kids to watch some of this, I thought it was rough.
Yeah.
It was very. I thought maybe it should have been PG-13. Was it PG-13?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
All
they're
all the MCUs. So yeah, they don't have. That's the excuse when the parents like my 8-year-old son. Well, it's rated PG-13. Stupid.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Stupid.
I saw someone tweet out like, Baby Rocket was so cute. We need a TV show of Baby Rocket.
Yeah.
I was like, no,
What?
he had a pretty terrible childhood.
Yeah. No.
No,
Horrible.
I don't want to see any of that.
Horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
But he was fucking cute.
He was cute. I liked him singing the Creep song for the opening credits.
Oh my
That
God.
was so touchy.
Yeah.
And then we see Peter Quill in the bar getting drunk because he misses Gamora.
Misses his boo.
Him trying to win her over the whole movie was fucking rough too, man.
Yeah.
Kept
She
on
is-
striking out
she
everywhere he
is worse than ever in terms of like like
Bitchy,
she is
bitchy.
healer. Like
Yeah.
she is so heelish. She's so evil.
Yeah.
kind of had a face turn towards the end.
She did, of
towards the
course,
end.
yes. But like even in Endgame, that was the same Gamora, and she helped stop Thanos.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Well, Thanos isn't around anymore. Now she's just like totally off the rails.
But you can also kind of tell that like she was good when she needed to be in this movie.
Of course, yeah,
know?
But she was pretty ruthless in some scenes.
Yeah.
So I liked when they were all like talking, like, Quill's getting drunk every day, and we got to do something. And then Groot's like, I am Groot. And they're like, no, whoa, we're not going to touch him like that.
Yeah.
And so Groot was like, I guess the translation was,
Someone needs to wear.
I'm gonna jerk him off. Should I jerk him off?
Should I
Like,
use my
should I use my
someone jerk
trees
him off? To jerk on my leaves? Like my leaves.
I can't wait for the subtitles
Ah.
on Disney Plus. Should I make him come with my tree hands?
That one will stay. I am Groot.
Maybe it was just simpler, like we can get him a whore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just,
And then Adam Warlock shows up, flies right into Rocket,
Yeah.
and immediately is just like fucking everyone up.
That was a pretty cool scene. I like that.
It was. I like how they show him flying in.
it was a lot of conflict very quickly.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden everyone's fighting for their lives. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And not really knowing why.
No.
You know?
Right. Everyone's
like
confused. What the fuck's going
5
on?
minutes in, it's chaos.
Does everyone that the Guardians fight in the comics that doesn't die join them?
I have no idea.
Kind of like Fast and Furious.
Fast and
franchise.
Furious.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone becomes family
Yeah.
if they don't kill you.
No, Vin Diesel is in this movie.
Right? Right? Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that later. Hold on. Speaking of Fast and Furious. So he rips Groot's head off, and then Groot's like sprouts out some branches to crawl around. Like he looked like the fucking toy in Toy Story.
Right.
Where it's just the head with the spider legs.
No, there like in this movie there was a lot of similarity. I kept on thinking of like Toy Story because like all those creatures that
Yes.
that he
Yeah.
created, they all had like a Toy Story vibe to them.
They
I was
did.
like,
Right.
but they're so cute.
Warlock shoots Rocket in the chest, and then Nebula stabs Warlock through the back, but he escapes. And then we have yeah, go ahead.
No, I love that scene. What's Yondu's sidekick's name? I fucking can't.
Kraglin?
Kraglin, yeah, he's trying to do the whistle arrow, and he fucking does it to Warlock, and it hits him in the head, and he's like, "Who fucking hit me in the head?"
You know who he is in real life?
Yeah.
He's James Gunn's brother, right?
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also shoots it at Nebula's chest earlier.
Right.
Thankfully, it didn't stab her in the head. I don't
Right.
know. He seems pretty careless with that thing.
But she's all robot. I don't know if you can kill her that easily.
That's true.
Unless she blows up. Like, if you stab her in the head, the computer robot
Self-destruct.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing it hit her then,
Right.
Yeah.
and not Peter
Child.
or something.
A child walking around.
Child in that area.
Or
Yeah.
the fucking Cosmo.
So we have another flashback of Baby Rocket being tortured But he makes some animal friends.
does.
They find out that Rocket has a kill switch on his heart, so they're worried about that. They say he's got like 48 hours to live, and we meet High Evolutionary. The first scene where he's talking to that yellow woman. You know where she's from? Tenet. She's the the wife in Tenet.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, the Sovereign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. But I like how he has like a
She's
platform.
like 6'2" or 3" in real life.
She's tall. Well, that's why he needed that platform
Right.
to stand to be taller than her.
Yeah.
And then we got Sylvester Stallone and the Ravengers show up.
You were talking about the Evolutionary, but I just want to. The Evolutionary was like a really good bad guy. Like I thought he had some really good scenes and like his emotions. Like I thought he was like one of the best villains that Marvel's had in a while.
He was
Yeah.
fine.
He's not
I
his
don't
Thanos
think
level.
he was great.
His
but
story arc
he's
just
better than-
wasn't.
He's better than Kang.
It wasn't great
For sure,
Like,
better than Kang.
Like he ruins everything just to get Rocket back in the end. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, dude. Like I need
Fair.
a better arc. Like Thanos had a great arc, like an
course.
arc that you're almost like, I kind of agree with him in a way.
Fair. I mean, like Rocket's been out on the street for years, and like now they're just like
Yeah,
trying
why
to get
now?
him now.
Right. It's been
I get you, but
20
you know,
years.
I don't know. I really felt him as a bad guy. I don't know.
He was bad.
when
I'll
they
give him
show
Evil.
when he shows
Yeah.
Rocket what his plan is to make those creatures that are like humans but they're animals, he puts that turtle in the thing,
Right.
and it grows. It's like that's a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
that 100%.
Seem like
I said that to Matthew. I was
That's
like,
what I said
I was
in the
like,
theater.
is that Leonardo or Donatello? These are
This
level.
is Michelangelo.
Yeah.
One thing I love about these Guardians movies is it's so colorful.
Right.
You know, like the colorful spacesuits when they're fighting, there's just so much color. Whereas most Marvel movies, everything's gray.
Yeah.
Like, I love Endgame, I love Infinity War, but everything is gray in those movies. Like most Marvel movies are like just have this gray tone with everything. The
Well-
bad guys are all gray. This and like Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder have a lot of color, and I really like that. And then that's just James Gunn though, because you go watch the Suicide Squad,
Right.
And it's so colorful. I love it.
Well, that's one of the things I'm excited for him in the DC universe. Is
Yes.
bringing some color because all those motherfucking TV, movies are also damn dark.
Yes.
And bleak.
Yes.
Bring some brightness to my world, buddy.
Right.
Quill pouring out his heart to Gamora was painful. And like he thinks he's only talking to her, but they're all like, "Wait, we can all hear you, dude." Like, he's like, "What? I thought blue was for blue." They're like, "No, blue's for red." Like,
Yeah.
it's all like-
That was kind of funny.
That was
Because they
funny.
all kind of knew it right away. And he's like, how do you all know this?
yeah. And then Nathan Fillion is like just some random guy that works in that
But he's
fucking
kind of
eye
in it
thing.
for a
He
little
was
while.
fun.
He is, yeah.
I liked
No,
him.
he was great. It's just kind of funny that he was like just this random guard that, you know. And those suits they wore were just like
He's
so
like this to his
stupid.
manager. Get me in the MCU. I'll do anything.
Yeah, apparently he voiced.
We wear this giant suit.
Yeah, who cares?
Apparently he was a voice in the original one. I don't remember who.
Guardians?
But it's, yeah.
Okay.
But he was credited in the first Guardians, like voicing someone.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
interesting. Yeah.
But like, yeah, all their suits there just were like they look so stupid and funny.
right.
They were great.
Bubbly.
And then I like when Mantis accidentally like threw their spacesuits out into into space, and
right,
Drax is like, "Oh, we still pretend to be mad, Mantis, you asshole!"
That's so good. Their interaction's great.
Comedy was really good.
Where's the TV show of like Drax and Mantle?
Oh,
Mantis,
that was
yeah.
the holiday
Or Mantis.
Christmas special.
Not really though. That was like a 30
Yeah,
minute.
like the only times I didn't think it was funny when like Mantis and Nebula were yelling at each other. Some
Yeah.
of that seemed forced. Like Mantis shouldn't always be yelling. Mantis is supposed to be like the calm one.
right.
You know?
Calm and cute.
Well,
Yeah.
she's just getting emotional. I mean, because
Yeah.
things are happening. But
I liked when Mantis made a guard fall in love with Drax.
oh my god,
And Drax
I'll be
is
here
like,
when you return.
again. Yeah, he's like, my name's Gorbrosh or whatever. It's like, yeah.
this is so good.
And then Gamora tells Quill, the woman he loves, he's like telling oh, the Gamora I knew, the Gamora. She's like, I'm not the Gamora you knew. It sounds more like her. And she's talking about Nebula.
And he just kind of
Right.
starts looking at
And
her.
then he's staring at her.
It's like your
and
eyes.
she's like, don't look at me like a lost puppy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I never noticed how black your eyes are.
Black your eyes. I never noticed how black your heart is.
And she's like, my father replaced them as a method of torture. He's like, he picked a nice set.
Picked a nice set. Picked a nice
It's
set.
pretty sad.
Yeah.
And then I also loved Quill telling the hostage the entire story, like recapping Infinity War, like recapping Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Infinity War, Endgame to now.
But
all
I'm not
that,
a-
like in 30 seconds to the hostage.
Standalone movie.
What do you say? I'm no Infinity Stoneologist or whatever.
Right. It
You
was
know what they
almost-
say in writing, don't show it, tell it.
It was almost like, yeah. It was almost like James Gunn's way of saying, like, I didn't do Infinity War and Endgame. I wouldn't have done that with these characters.
Yeah.
Because he said that, what was it, last week in an interview? He was like,
Oh yeah, he felt bad that Star-Lord
he was like, I
the
wouldn't
one
have had Star-Lord lose his temper and hit Thanos with the gun and doom the universe.
Right. Yeah, didn't he mention that in this thing? Like,
He
yeah,
did, yeah.
I fucking almost killed half the universe by
Yeah.
fucking hitting Thanos in the head.
That was not the F-bomb yet. We'll get to that later.
It's not. Oh, right. Yeah.
They get one.
And
Then,
a shit bomb too. A shit and a fuck. Yeah.
yes.
You can do a few
And an
shits.
asshole.
In an asshole.
And an asshole. Yeah.
A fuck, 2 shits, and an asshole.
Wow. Hey, that sounds like a great start to a joke.
Yeah.
Gamora also shot James Gunn's wife in the leg.
Oh, yeah.
Or Harcourt from Peacemaker.
I thought that was hardcore.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She looked great.
She's great. Then Nathan Fillion shoots Drax and Nebula. Quill tricks the hostage and hacks the suits and turns off their gravity so they're all floating. And then he walks past Gamora and he's like, I told you she was into me.
Yeah.
That was a great little thing.
Yeah, no, that was a great scene because he's bleeding his heart out and he sits down and he goes, yeah, I just needed access to your computer.
Yeah.
Like the way he did it was so
Yes.
fucking Quill.
Right.
It was so great.
Then they watch a video of Rocket being tortured. I guess that was the thing they got.
Oh right,
like,
yeah,
oh,
because they were
Jesus.
trying to find the kill switch or whatever.
Another great thing about this movie are the random characters that have. Oh fuck! I didn't know it was a touch
it's
screen.
good. Go down.
But the random characters that just have the weirdest faces. Like it happens. I think later in the halfway through the movie, there's one. No, it's one of them. I think that just has like this super cartoony face, and he's just like, oh, he's like that.
The one that looked like a carrot or whatever.
No, because he
Was
says
that
that.
Pete
He's
Davidson?
yeah, right. He goes, hey, the one that looks like a carrot, I bet he or something like that. And like he was like, oh, yeah, that was so good.
fucking
Because they
good.
said Pete Davidson was in this movie, so he must have been one of those weird characters.
No way.
Really? Like he
Yeah.
voiced one of them, or
Maybe.
could have been Pete Davidson. I don't know.
Why not?
So then the bad guys interrogate a Ravager, and the mom's like, wants Adam to torture the guy,
Right.
and Adam doesn't know, but he just like fries the guy.
Just burns him alive.
Yeah,
Well, want to make this creature talk?
I think they only had him, unfortunately. But thankfully for them, Gamora stupidly gave them her location.
Oh, right. She
She
was
wanted
trying
off the
to.
ship.
She was trying to call that Ravager,
Yeah,
but the Ravager had like a code or something like that, or
Yeah.
beeper or whatever.
another flashback shows Rocket telling High Evolutionary like how to fix the rage in his creatures. And High Evolutionary's like, he's like, I can't believe this little mistake is able to figure this out. And he tells Rocket that he isn't made for the new worlds. He's just a mistake. So he orders his friends
So
to be
mean.
incinerated and for Rocket's brain to be removed in the morning.
And that, that scene was just so sad because like they'd been building up these characters this whole time, and
Yeah.
like a scene or two before, like they had just given themselves all names and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was so cute. You had Floor and I can't remember what the Lila. I couldn't remember what the walrus's
Teeth.
name. Teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah, that's right. And I was like, oh, these characters so cute. And
teeth.
fucking
And I just-
incinerate them all.
Lila was voiced by Hawkeye's wife, apparently.
Oh shit.
Oh,
The actress that plays.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's interesting.
right.
I just saw that for the first time.
Yeah. Also, High Evolutionary made a replica of Earth called Counter Earth,
Man.
but he is the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
and it's almost like Kang.
It is a
Like
little
Kang wants to
Yeah.
be worshipped. He's got the statues and everything. And
Yeah.
instead of humans, it's his creatures.
That's amazing. These guys never ran across each other. Kang
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And this was all from the trailer, like when they land and the little girl tosses Drax a ball, but he knocks her over with it, and
Yep.
the people panic, but Groot like scared them away, got really fucking big.
Go kaiju mode. No, not kaiju mode. Not kaiju.
That
mode.
was awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I love that giant Groot.
Then they like they talk with a family. I don't know if there's really anything to be said about that scene. There's not much there, but like later when they're going to take their car, and we heard about how they were going to have the first F-bomb in the
Right.
MCU, and it's Gamora like can't figure out this just door handle for a car because it's not high technology or anything like that, and she's like, I can't. He's just like, open the fucking door.
Yeah.
So
That was the first one
first
yeah.
one.
in the MCU.
First one, the
That's
MCU.
hilarious.
Great. Go figure. It's in a random scene like that.
I
right?
know. I know.
Now,
Not
you
like
saw-
I'm gonna fucking kill you or whatever.
You saw it Thursday, right? You said, Joe?
Yeah,
Or
when it
Fri-
came out, yeah.
So it was a packed theater, I imagine?
There was 4 of us in there. We
Really?
went to 3 o'clock, like
Oh,
right
3
after
o'clock,
schools went out. Like,
Yeah, there were like
Wow.
3 other people in our theater. So
Damn.
yeah, where's all this 200 million worldwide coming
They were
from?
all in my theater apparently.
so you had
They
a
were
packed one?
Packed
So
in.
how did they respond for the F-bomb?
I figured that people were gonna be like, ooh, but no,
You laughed,
none.
right?
Not much?
None. No, people were pretty down in.
Yeah, I was kind of just like, but like, just it's a small theater, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
or not many people in it. I also thought it was interesting that they left Rocket with Gamora. I was like, they shouldn't be trusting her at this point.
No.
Knowing who she is.
Right, because
Yeah.
she had up until that point, she had wanted nothing to do with them.
She was like, let's just give him back his squirrel and we'll be done with it. And like they leave her with him.
Well, to be fair, Mantis and Drax were supposed to be watching
Yeah.
Rocket, but of course,
What is
that'll follow the rules.
the 2 Gamoras are how many years apart? 5? 6? Or is it more?
you
than
mean
that?
It's-
Gamora and Nebula?
No, the 2
Five.
Gamoras.
5.
5 years.
Yes.
So in those 5 years, I mean, she was Thanos' daughter, killing like an assassin and crazy.
Yeah.
But like she had left Thanos by Guardians 1
Yeah.
and started her own arc at that point. But she was still kind of a bitchy person then. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is still the one that hadn't even left her dad yet, really.
No, she is.
No, because think about it. She only
In
left,
Endgame, she betrayed him.
but she wouldn't have yet. In her character, wouldn't have had yet.
Because they
at
went
that
back
point.
in time and got that Gamora.
So it kind of forced that Gamora to make that decision. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe it was on her mind. My point is that this is still you can't fast forward someone's emotions 5 years and become the person that they're going to be. But I just thought
Sure.
by the end of this movie they would have tied it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like if they're breaking up, then that's it. Like they never get together.
Well, I think they did it because they don't know who's returning ever.
Oh,
So if one of them is going to return, they can't be together now, right? I guess you couldn't just. But the off-screen, like, oh yeah, it didn't work out. I don't like that shit either.
yeah, yeah.
So I get why they did it. But yeah, like Quill's driving through the streets, and we see this supposedly perfect society, but it's just like
just like America,
it's
baby.
just like our Earth. People are fighting. They're buying drugs and everything.
I did like how when they first started driving, he's like, I left Earth when I was 8 years old. I don't know how to fucking drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he struggled to drive at first.
That's pretty funny.
Another flashback shows Rocket and his friends. Rocket helping his friends out of the cage to escape because he knows the truth. But High Evolutionary shoots one of them dead. And that gunshot was loud as fuck.
That was rough.
That gunshot made me jump in the theater.
Yeah, it was pretty startling. But at least I like how he said we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
So let me try to help you escape. You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to him causing their deaths, not knowing that.
of course.
Yeah.
So sad.
So Rocket pounces on High Evolutionary and bloodies him up pretty good.
Yeah.
But the rest of his friends are shot dead by guards.
Want to know how I got these scars? That's how. I
Yeah,
got
right.
these, for sure.
And then Rocket escapes in a ship.
Yeah.
Back to the present. Drax clotheslines a guy off his motorcycle and jacks it. And Quill meets with High Evolutionary, and High Evolutionary sends this war pig to get Rocket, but Gamora fights him. And then Adam.
You know what's weird? You want to see who played War Pig? Did it sound like a woman?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember
Pig's
either.
voice.
I thought it was
Judy Greer.
Oh, really?
That's what it says in the credits.
That's
okay.
funny.
It
Yeah.
did seem archery.
That's
Archery.
interesting.
So maybe it was.
Someone I heard from Archer before.
Yeah,
Because
That's
she's also
funny.
in the MCU as Ant-Man's ex-wife.
that's right.
So they're using like people in the MCU to kind of do these random voices.
Damn.
It's
Okay.
kind of cool.
Wow,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Small
Adam Warlock helps Gamora because he needs the credit to save his people, and he rips War Pig's head off. Then High Evolutionary starts destroying Counter Earth because it's not perfect yet. But Adam's mom was on Counter Earth, and she dies. And you think Warlock would have turned right there,
He's
but
still child.
it took him a while.
Still child. He doesn't
He's
know.
a child?
No, he's not
I
a
thought he was like a child, right?
Adam Warlock?
Well, I mean, he's old, but he kind of didn't they say that he was kind of like childish or was very young?
She
Pretty
created
stupid.
him. She birthed, but like they never really made that like.
No, I don't know.
Did she create him? They acted like she created him.
Didn't High Evolutionary tell her I created you?
Something like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then the Sovereign created more people, right?
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know their whole backstory.
Well, he's just angry still at everyone, right?
yeah.
So you wouldn't. Yeah.
No.
Sure. I liked
camera.
the Groot reveal in the fucking ship where he has the grenades and then he pulls out all the guns
Oh,
and
yeah.
Quill's like, kill them all. That was a fun little scene.
Yep.
Then Quill tackles the scientists that they need off the ship, and I guess he trusted that Groot was gonna grow wings and save him. That was pretty sweet though.
Trusted a lot.
Like just fucking drug that guy on the fucking ground.
Right. Well,
That
not
was
only
fucking
that,
great.
High Evolutionary was like, I guess their plans to go to an Earth that's exploding. Great plan.
Yeah.
So he trusted a lot that
And
the Earth was. not
Quill
gonna
gets the
explode.
thing that he needs off the guy's head, the thing that's going to help them save Rocket. And then Nebula, Drax, and Mantis stay on High Evolutionary ship because they think Quill and Groot are still on there, and they find hundreds of children in cages. And
These
that
were
was
just children that they took from other universes to experiment on.
I figured that
They didn't really
these.
explain, and they all look the same.
I thought that
Were they
these were
clones?
going to be the people that were going to go to the next evolution.
Planet or
like they had animals that looked like kids or adults, but these were like
well, yeah, 'cause
maybe
they
like
kinda had
actual kids.
They kind of had, didn't they have like whiskers and shit?
They did. They looked a
kids?
little
They had
less.
something on their like nose and like upper
They didn't
lip.
fully look human.
Looked like they had like a little bit of whiskers or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rocket starts to die, and we see him like, and I guess either his dreams or what heaven is, but he wants to go back with his friends.
Yeah.
But what's her name? Lily or
Layla.
Layla?
Layla.
Layla
That's
tells
right.
him-
Lila, right?
Lila.
Lila.
Yeah. She's like, not yet, and he comes back to life, and even Gamora smiles.
I like that though. I thought that was cool.
Of course.
Pushed her back in.
It's very sweet.
We got a little short Howard the Duck cameo
Sure.
when they were all playing cards, Kraglin or whatever.
just tell Cosmo that she's a good girl. Come on. Just tell Cosmo.
Yeah, that was the only. I didn't really like the dog. I thought that was kind of dumb. I know
You didn't
people,
like Cosmo?
I thought it was kind of stupid.
I didn't even get that the dog had powers right away.
Because
like, where did she come from?
When they were jumping off the ship,
the Christmas special.
I thought the dog. I had no idea the dog was holding the ship there the whole time until I was like, "Oh, the dog is doing that." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why is the dog like?" "Arr, arr?" Like, there's the dog doing?
But still, the dog was just like never introduced. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, there's a dog that talks.
No, yeah, for sure.
Well, it was
Did you notice the broker in that scene too, where Howard the Duck was when they were like at that table? The broker, the guy that they tried to do, like when Peter Quill went to go get the stone, like he was the one who had it in Guardians
okay.
1. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Kraglin shows up with his skull ship and he shoots High Evolutionary ship, and that's where High Evolutionary sends like an infinite number of those little creatures to attack.
Hell spawns, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warlock flies through Quill's mini ship, and Quill saves Gamora's life and blows up the ship with Warlock inside. Of course, he's not dead though.
How powerful is this guy?
Pretty powerful, yeah.
Gets stabbed, he gets blown up. He's like, I'm
He's
all
like
right.
Superman, I guess.
I
Yeah.
believe he's an android.
Is he?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's part of his backstory.
Then these like Rancor like monsters attack Nebula, Drax, and Mantis.
That did seem rancorish.
But Mantis shows them love, and now they're like her best friends.
Yeah.
And the creatures are also attacking nowhere, so Kraglin uses Yondu's weapon, and he finally does it successfully.
You got a little
And
Yondu cameo.
we hear Yondu's voice.
Well, he was on screen for a second too.
He was?
Yeah, he was on screen for like half a second, and he's like, "Use your heart." And
He like forced powered?
yeah,
I don't remember that. Do you remember seeing Yondu?
Yeah, Yondu was on screen. I'm
Like
sorry,
he was a force ghost?
yeah,
Yeah.
Force Ghost.
Oh, I missed
But
it.
I think he was in his head. I don't think.
well, yeah.
He wasn't a force ghost. I think,
okay.
I think he was just like, "Come on, boy, you could do it." You know what I mean?
I must have been typing notes.
Use
at
your
that.
heart.
Look down for 2
Yeah,
seconds.
use your heart, and then that's when the thing starts working. Yeah.
Yeah. Then High Evolutionary's main people turn on him because he's just fucking lost it, but he easily kills them all. Like, what were they know who he is.
Right.
They all like point guns at him, and he's just like, blah, and just blows them all up.
Did they forget that he can control gravity with those
Right.
hands? And
Yeah.
and he's done that plenty of times. If you're gonna do that, just shoot before.
Yes.
Don't have a standoff.
And then I loved when like Rocket's finally okay again, and they're getting all their guns, and then no sleep till Brooklyn.
Matthew said this is the fourth slow motion walk of this movie, and this is why I love it so much. Like they had a lot
And
of those.
this-
it's so good.
This was my favorite part of the movie. That it's that fight scene that they made it look like it was one single shot, but it was
Right,
like a
right,
few
right,
minutes
right.
of them just fighting everyone. It was fucking awesome.
All of them
It
in that
was-
little hallway.
It was kick ass.
Right.
So good.
They
No
save
sleep
the
till Brooklyn.
kids. Groot saves Adam Warlock, and then Rocket stays behind to free the animals.
All the little tiny rockets.
But High Evolutionary beats up Rocket for a bit. But I did like this because he keeps underestimating Rocket. He can't believe else. He can't, like he's upset that Rocket's smarter than him.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And again, Rocket's smarter than him because his tech was better than what he had. So he's like, I forgot what Rocket said, but he fucking says a cool line and shoots High
Oh,
Evolutionary.
he goes, it's me, Rocket Raccoon. It's the
Yeah.
first time he says his name in
That's
the
right.
MCU. And me
Yeah.
and Matthew were like,
He's like P198 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's Rocket Raccoon.
And then Gamora stabs High Evolutionary and rips off his face. His face off. And we see his nasty fucking face.
Yeah, Red Skull.
This red skull all
It had
along.
to be.
Yeah.
The MCU. What do you mean?
All along.
It was him
Very
all
true.
along.
And Rocket has a chance to kill him, but he doesn't. He's like, nah, I'm a Guardian. I can't do that. Even though he just killed like 1,000 people.
1,000 people.
Even though they're,
I love that. You kill so many henchmen, but then when it's time to put the bad guy down so he doesn't do bad anymore, they're like, I'm good.
Like, yeah, Rocket was never like the, moral compass of the group.
But he became
Rocket
Rocket
was always like, even in Endgame, he's like, if they don't pay us, we steal their ship.
Yeah.
But whatever. High Evolutionary still died when the ship crashed.
Yeah,
so
I know.
That's
I know.
fine. They save all the animals. Quill goes back for his iPod or whatever the fuck he has.
It's a Walkman, right? No.
No, not anymore.
No, he upgraded to an
shit.
iPod.
He upgraded to an iPod.
iPod Shuffle.
He goes back for his iPod, but then he can't make it back, and he jumps, but he starts freezing to death. And as soon as I saw him jump, he's not gonna make him like, okay, well, none of them can make it, but this is Adam Warlock's redemption.
100%. Yeah.
And I'm like, obviously, right? And then he's going, and nothing's happening.
Right.
And then his face starts to puff up, and I start vomiting.
I'm like,
Where the fuck? Oh, there he is.
I started doing this to Matthew. He's like, you shouldn't see this. You love.
Where is Adam Warlock? Oh, okay, there he is.
You love Star-Lord. You shouldn't see this.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It almost
was,
went a minute, like a few
A
seconds
little
too
bit
far.
too long.
They
Right,
really
that
wanted
was
you
really
to think.
gross.
They wanted to fool everyone.
Yeah.
They
But
got me.
then they do the Adam touching God.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
That was cool.
But there
They
was a
saved
lot
him.
of, in a lot of the final fight,
Yeah.
everyone was exposed to space and it wasn't hurting everybody. Like when Rocket's ship got punched through and they were like, you know what I mean? Like he should have been exposed to space. There was a lot of that they kind of just ignored until
true.
Peter
Well,
was floating on his own. Then,
everyone is-
now space is a factor.
Everyone is aliens except the human.
yeah, but aliens can't be in
Some can.
negative 2,000 degrees space, nothingness. And
Adam Warlock can.
well, he's Superman. All right.
I'm just trying to make sense, Joe.
You can't.
Peter's the only one that's part God and it was affecting him.
Not anymore.
I know.
Yeah. If you kill me, you'll be like them. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So back on Nowhere, Gamora and Quill have a little moment before she leaves. Got a little choked up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Peter did, not me.
Right.
She was like, I bet we were fun. He was like, you have no idea.
Oh,
It's like, God damn it. Like,
Gamora, just try. You don't even want to try?
Yeah.
right.
Everyone's telling you this was fucking amazing.
They had all this history together. Everyone knows it. Just give him a date.
And did she kiss him or cheek or not? Nothing.
No.
This is a stone cold bitch. All right.
She held out. Yeah.
Why a scavenger? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
oh, the Ravengers.
Or the Ravengers,
The
yeah.
Ravengers.
It's like, what?
So Quill then tells the team, I'm quitting the MCU.
Essentially.
Right.
He tells the team he needs some time off, and Mantis says she needs time off as well. And Nebula tells the whole movie, Nebula's like shitting on Drax, like, you're worthless.
Oh, yeah. Here's
And-
cry number 3 coming up.
Earlier, when they're with the kids, and they're telling the kids what to do, like Nebula's trying, she's not getting through to the kids. Mantis is trying, she's not getting through to the kids.
right,
She can,
And
like,
then
control your mind.
Drax is like, he makes them laugh. He does a stupid.
I do monkey
he's like, I
noises.
do monkey noises, and that's a monkey noise.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
good.
Nebula tells Drax, like, I need you here. Like, you're Drax the Destroyer, and you're a dad.
No, she says you're not
Like,
you're not Drax
not a
the Destroyer.
Yeah.
You're Drax the dad.
Drax the dad.
And it was just like, oh god, more cheers.
It was good stuff.
Great line.
And then Quill makes Rocket the leader of the Guardians, and then Groot. Everyone hugs, and then I would say Groot, Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious, hugs them and goes, "I love you guys."
Yeah.
And like, okay, if you're gonna make it that obvious,
Just say family.
just have him say family.
Right.
He should, because he sounded what it didn't even sound like Groot.
no.
Groot should have went like this to the screen.
Family. He sounded nothing like Groot. It was 100,000% Vin Diesel. It was Dominic Toretto.
Yes.
He should have just said family. Because when he said "I love you guys," I was like, "What the fuck?"
You might as well. It would have been her fucking great. It
would've been great.
Yeah.
Maybe they trademarked family.
Right.
How
No
did
one
he
can say
not?
family ever again.
So Quill goes to Earth and sees his grandfather
Holy shit, still alive.
still alive.
And
Yeah.
didn't Peter say his grandfather would be like 90 years old?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's good.
And that's where it ends. And then we have a mid credits where we see Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, the dog, and one of the kids are
One of the kids is a guardian.
That's the new Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're about to save a planet from some other monsters.
Yeah.
I can't see them getting a standalone movie like that.
Probably not.
I do not think so either. I think they'll be in the next war movie that the
Yeah.
MCU has.
Probably.
Fighting Kang one day.
Yeah, something like that.
Then we have the post credits where Quill is just at home with his grandpa eating cereal, and it was just like, it's kind of like when they
This
were
is
all
like-
eating shawarma at the end
Yeah.
of Avengers.
Right.
Like it's just a quiet, peaceful life now.
He said something about like, "Hey, can your son help with the lawn?" Or
Yeah,
something like
right.
that. Yeah.
And then at the end, it said Star-Lord will return.
The legendary Star-Lord will return.
Yes.
I thought-
However, Chris Pratt has said not so much. He said it would be strange to continue Peter's story without James Gunn. Maybe
Right.
down the road is something. If something makes sense, I would do it, but it would really have to check a lot of the right boxes.
Hold on,
Right.
but James, who directed Endgame?
The Russo brothers.
It's like, James Gunn didn't direct Endgame and
No.
he was in it. So like that's all it's gonna
Probably
be is an
regrets it.
appearance. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be an appearance. Like
Yeah.
if Quill comes back to help, I can see him coming back when all his hope is lost. He's that level of character.
Yeah.
There's no more Robert Downey Jr., no more Captain America, right? So
Right.
like he could come back and save.
Sure. I mean, he could be the next like Captain America level guy.
Could be.
I mean,
They
he's
just, they
Peter
just dropped
Quill's
him
great.
though, but he could have been, yeah.
But I mean, now he's back on Earth, where Earth
Yeah.
has a lot of problems.
Well,
of
it's
its
just
own.
most actors, especially when they get really big, they don't want to do the same role forever.
I mean,
Robert Downey Jr. did it for a long time. Right. Robert Downey Jr. did it for
12 years.
12 years. Yeah.
I mean, aren't we losing Drax? And I fucking love Drax.
Batista said he's done.
And I
forever.
Drax is like
Well,
one of my
first of all-
favorite characters in
first
this
of all,
universe.
Peter Quill's real name,
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. I mean, he gets anything he wants right
Of
now,
course.
and as much money as he wants.
Yes.
and so is Batista's getting great
He's
roles
awesome.
and things.
Right?
Right, he's in Dune 2. He had that Cabin. Did you watch the Cabin
Yes,
movie?
it was
Was
great.
it good?
It was
Yeah,
great.
It's
Good.
fucking amazing.
So
That
good,
was one of
good
the
twist
best
at the
movies of
end.
year.
Well, I won't want to say anything.
Okay.
But it was good.
I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't look like any of them are coming back anytime soon.
And Karen
that's for
Gillan
sure.
on all of her social media, because I follow her. She's so cute, and like I just love her posts and stuff. Like she said, "This is the end." Like she kept saying, "I'm
Karen
done."
Gillan?
In a way.
Well, she's with
Gillan?
Drax. She's with
Nebula.
Oh, okay.
Nebula's with Drax. So if Batista's done, then
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they all paired off.
I mean, what do you want to see a
They
movie where
paired
they're
off.
you see a movie where they're raising the children?
Yes, right, right.
They fall in love or something.
Drax the father.
Drax the dad.
The only one that didn't really have like, what are they doing next? Is Mantis. Like, what? She's
No,
just, like,
she also said, but she
She's
also
rolling.
said that she's leaving the team because she's got to find herself or some shit.
Yeah, but we don't ever see the next scene with her.
No,
Everyone
we
else,
don't.
we kind of see
No.
what they're doing.
But the last shot where they're all like dancing and everything, and
yeah,
the music's playing, and you realize this is the last we're gonna see all them together. It was very emotional.
was
Very emotional.
It was like, damn, man,
I cried 4 times.
these were some great movies.
4.
Yes. This was a great trilogy, and I don't think there's going to be a fourth.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
probably
no.
not.
Probably not. But all right, let's do some fan questions and comments. Let's see. Bobby the Mark Stoydam. If you had to give an MVP of the movie, who would it be? He says mine is Rocket, Drax, or Cosmo. I mean, that's 3 people, but
I thought
or 2 people and
Cosmo.
a dog. Cosmo's
I thought Rocket too. I thought this was basically a Rocket movie.
Well,
Here's the funny
was.
thing: it was a rocket movie, but he was also unconscious for half of it.
Right, but you got a lot of his backstory and just everything that he went through. I thought Rocket carried the movie.
I would say Nebula, if I had to name someone. I thought she kind of kept everything together and really took care of the team
That's true.
in a way that she had really never done and stepped up to do before.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I for me, it's either Star Lord or Gamora, just because I'm so invested in their relationship, and I thought both actors did a great job. I mean, everyone did a great job in this movie.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Star Lord's the main character. I'd probably go Star Lord.
He was a fucking drunk first half of the movie. I'm kidding.
I was not. Oh well, no, for like 5 minutes. Chief Nakahomer, great movie.
Yep.
8 out of 10. Pushfire Barry, James Gunn, nepotism. Michael Rooker, James Gunn's wife, his stupid brother Sean.
I think if fire
Michael
the
Rooker,
brother,
you push.
right?
Michael Rooker's.
Michael Rooker.
Wait, who is he to him?
I don't know, but he's just.
It's just part of his crew.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Michael Rooker is Yondu. I mean, come on.
Love Michael Rooker.
No one's better than that. Oh yeah. By the way, we didn't give our ratings for the
Ratings.
movie.
What is the rating scale?
As a Marvel movie,
Something's burning.
Something's burning. It's okay.
I guess there's another human in this house, so
Yes.
we'll take care of it.
as a Marvel, I
Well,
mean,
I would give it an 8 out of 10.
I think it's worth that.
think
7.5, 8.
I
Yeah,
think 8 nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really, really good movie.
It was a solid. It was a solid MCU movie.
Yeah.
It was better than most.
yeah, and as MCU movies, this is one of the better ones that they've done in a while.
In a while.
And yes,
This is my favorite one since Thor: Love and Thunder. So that was like summer of last year.
Well,
think
how many
this
have there been
is-
since then? 2?
I think this
Black
is
Panther, Ant
better
Man,
than Love and Thunder, right?
Oh, Doctor Strange 2, right?
Doctor Strange. Yeah,
Doctor
there's been a while.
Strange. I don't know. I'd put this ahead of Love and Thunder, but like just slightly ahead.
Well, you could. I'm sure you could say that. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
I didn't really like the last few Marvel movies.
I think
I like Doctor
This
Strange.
might have been my
I
favorite
think
since Endgame.
Doctor Strange came out
Endgame?
before. Doctor Strange came out before Thor, but yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Since Endgame, interesting. The
Yeah.
best MCU movie since Endgame.
I think Spider-Man is a little bit ahead from
Far From Home?
Far From Home.
Look, the 3
Or
Spider-Man
No
thing
Way
was
Home.
or No Way Home.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah.
The 3 Spider-Man thing was amazing, but as an overall movie, I just like Guardians a little bit better. That's all.
yeah,
But yeah, this
Splitting hairs. This is way better than Morbius.
yeah.
way better than Morbius.
I still haven't seen Morbius.
That's probably best.
Yeah, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Love and Thunder, Black Widow. Yeah, it's up there for sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got. Omar, fuck you, James Gunn. Why did you make me cry so much? This movie ain't for kids or animal lovers. That shit was fucked up.
That's true.
It's CGI, but it
Great
is
movie,
terrible.
though. P.S. Can we talk about how stupid it is they actually paid Vin Diesel to voice Groot? How much was he paid? How was it that
love
Groot
to
was
know
in
that.
multiple movies and specials and never sounded like Vin Diesel? But when he says that cringy, I love you guys, he sounded exactly like Vin Diesel. If you pay attention to the credits, he wasn't on set. They used an actor to play Groot. Well, of course.
Yeah.
They it's funny how they have always treated the Groot language.
Yeah.
Because when you look up Groot, when I first looked up Groot, there was a problem that in his voice where he can only say his name, I am Groot. That's kind of how
Yeah.
they explained the comics at first. But then they can all speak Groot.
Right.
And you're like, okay.
Even Thor said, I took a course.
Speaking Groot,
It was an elective.
Yeah, it was an elective. And then, so when he finally says something else, okay, I guess that makes sense. He can speak another language when he wants to. But, you know, the part where Gamora doesn't understand him the whole movie, and then she responds to him, and she goes, oh, like that was kind of a fun little
Right.
Right. We're kind of finally starting to, hey, maybe that's the old Gamora coming
Maybe
back
I
a little
am
bit.
part of this crew.
Yeah. That was kind of nice. But to your point, like he says, I am Groot all the time, and everyone
can
knows what he
all-
means.
yeah.
But he finally says something different. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
that's got to be like a super hardcore bad word or something like that.
Well, he's speaking English
Yes.
on the planet Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Correct.
English. Everyone speaks English
In the universe.
across the entire universe.
Well,
Except on Counter Earth. Counter Earth.
Of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, of course they use an actor on, Bradley Cooper wasn't there either.
He wasn't
There's-
Rocket?
No, you know who played Rocket in most of these movies, like on set, was the
Andy
brother,
Serkis?
Yeah.
Sean Gunn. In this movie, it was someone else though, but for the most part, it's been Sean Gunn.
Interesting.
PCJ, hey guys. So one thing that happened a lot while working in the projection booth. Oh, he's giving us another story from the theater.
Oh, wow.
In the projection booth was catching customers fooling around. One evening, I'm in the booth doing a picture and sound check on a showing of Scream. I look down at the last row directly under the projection window and catch a girl giving a dude a handy at precisely the time he... Cue Jake Roberts.
Oh, wow.
I laughed at the fact that I had just caught them in the act since there were several folks in the same theater, but that didn't stop what happened next as I watched the girl fling her jizz-covered hand in the direction of the rows of seats in front of them,
Oh, God.
as well as wipe her hand on the seat next to her.
No, you go in
After-
that theater and you say, ma'am, get the fuck out of the theater. You're under
disgusting.
arrest.
That's fucking.
After
yeah.
the movie ended, I went into the theater with one of those seat covers we would use to cover a broken seat, only to see that an elderly African-American gentleman had already taken the soiled seat for the next showing. Yikes.
I hope he got comp tickets. Sir,
No.
I'm not going to tell
That
you
guy
why,
can't say
but we're
anything.
giving you tickets
That's
to the next.
awful. So I'll tell a quick little theater story.
Yeah.
There was one time I was an usher and the movie's ending. I'm waiting for people to leave. I'm saying, have a nice, night and everything. Like when ushers
Bye-bye.
used to actually do their job, bye-bye. And this one guy walks up to me and goes, hey, man, puts his arm around me. He's like, my daughter threw up all over one of the seats. But you got nothing better to do, right? And he pats me on the back
He said those
and walks
words?
away. Yes.
What an asshole.
So Aaron Rosa, from, oh, you guys know him now. Like he was a supervisor, or like a manager. He was above me. This was like before we were friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know him that well. And he was there when the guy said it. He goes, "Hey man, just clean the rest of the theater. I'll handle the vomit, okay?" Aww. And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool of him." But what I found out later, all Aaron did was get one of those seat covers that he mentioned that covers a broken seat. And he just covered it.
Oh my God. Aaron. That is horrible.
I kind of want to change
Look,
now.
Probably stinks.
Minimum wage to clean up vomit. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was one time where
How
I
does
was
the guy not clean up his own daughter's vomit? What an
what
asshole.
a piece of shit.
I
Yeah.
threw up about a year ago, I threw up in a bar bathroom
Yeah.
and it just went a lot of places.
Yeah.
And some guy's like, oh, hey, I'm here to clean. I was like, give me your mop and your thing.
Yeah, of course.
that's
Just no
sweet.
way.
And lock
Joe.
the door. I'm
Yeah.
doing this. You're not cleaning my vomit. Like, that's just, you don't do
I
it.
threw up in Aaron's bathroom like a long time ago, and I was like, give me all. I have to clean.
Did
your
he put
bathroom.
another seat cover over it?
Yeah. Aaron just
I was
locked
like,
the
hey,
door.
give me the seat cover.
He's got like 50 seat covers in his house.
Aaron, I've got bad news. Hand me the seat cover.
He knows that's code now. He knows
Yeah.
what that means.
There was one day at AMC where someone just like did the shit thing where they just shit everywhere, like everywhere. And one of the managers told me to clean it, and I was like, I quit. He was like, what? I was like, I quit. If I have to do that, I quit. And he was like, all right, can anyone else do it? I was like $5.15 an hour. That was minimum wage back then.
Like to pick up shit.
I'm like, I quit. I would not do that.
that's so great.
And you didn't,
I will
apparently.
quit.
Absolutely. I didn't quit then. I didn't have to, but yeah, they got someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Mikey to Kroike,
Also, that guy's
Pushfire
name.
Christopher Nolan films.
Oh, I saw the trailer for Oppenheimer in this, and I was so excited.
God.
Oppenheimer looks amazing.
Oh my God. We don't even know what Robert Downey Jr. is doing in that movie, and he's in that movie.
Yeah.
All right, Pushfire Nolan films, Inception, The Prestige, and Memento.
I haven't seen any of these
I'm
movies.
gonna push Prestige. I love
Dude,
I love
Prestige,
magic
I know.
movies.
And it's the best magic movie ever.
It really is.
Tell me a better magic movie.
That's the one with Wolverine, right?
Yes.
Now you see me. Now you can no.
Tell me a better magic movie. There's like 3 twists in the fucking movie. And it's also like an ambiguous, like, do you really know what happened?
I
Like
haven't seen
Michael
it.
Caine.
I haven't seen it.
No, I'm not spoiling anything, but the last line is, you want to be fooled. And it's
Yeah.
like, did that really happen? Like,
Right.
what's really going
But
on?
it's
There's
hard-
so many theories. If you go down the Prestige rabbit hole
I don't want
of what
to.
actually happened,
I'll
you're
lose a
like,
week.
your mind will be blown.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll lose a week.
But I love
Inception's on that list, right?
Yeah.
That's what you have to push. Unfortunately, it's such a great,
But it's
great
that
movie.
those two.
I
Are
agree.
Fucking.
And Memento is
Which one
Memento's
is
great
Memento?
as well.
I
It's
don't remember
great.
that one at all.
Oh, they do the movie in reverse, kind of.
Inception.
It's great.
No, a Memento.
Memento.
That's
what was,
fantastic.
What was the one when he just came out when everyone was like going backwards?
Tenet.
Tenet. So it's like
That was action. No,
Tenet's
it's not
too
like
confusing.
Memento. Memento's not an action movie.
I'd fire Tenet if it was on that list.
I would fire Tenet. Oh, God, I've seen Inception more times than Prestige, but I think I like Prestige more.
Wow. That's
But
high
they're
praise.
both that. They're both so fucking close.
We gotta watch one of these on Hogwash so I can check it out.
Yeah, they're a little scary, Josh.
Okay, never mind. All right.
Bobby Cox, does seeing this movie give you hope for James Gunn's DCU? Of course. Go watch the Suicide Squad. That'll give you all the hope you need.
Yes.
Dalton Ingles, was it just me or did you guys think it was weird when Groot said, "I love you guys"?
Very weird.
I felt like it took away from his character and kind of dumb. Yeah, as was already mentioned, it was
In the
kinda
moment,
weird.
I assumed that they let us speak Groot for a minute. That's how I kind of rationalized
But
it.
he also said "we are Groot" before,
did,
so
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Brian, what's the nastiest thing you ever saw in a bathroom? Oh, I already explained that while
Yep.
working at the movies.
Yep.
I once worked at a movie theater where we found a baby rat inside a condom.
Ah,
A baby rat inside a
Nasty.
used condom. He said.
No.
nasty.
That's what he says.
No. You don't say those things out loud.
Terrible.
I remember once.
What is happening?
I went to Vegas with my brother, and I remember going to a McDonald's at like 2:00 in the morning in Vegas, and I went in there, and there's a homeless dude having sex with another dude, and I was like, all right, walk out. I just walked out.
You saw that?
Yeah, he was banging the dude, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Did you
No, he apparently did. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
high five him when he left?
I've seen 2 homeless people having sex before.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird,
There's
right?
a woman and a guy, but yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, who knows? Maybe it was
He's just
another.
bending her over something. He's going to town. And the woman was just like,
You'll see some crazy shit in Vegas. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
If you go in the sewers,
I've been
there's
there.
people that live in the sewer.
Oh shit!
In Vegas?
Yes.
Okay, I want to hear the story, Andrew.
It's online. You can
Read it
Google
yourself.
Tim says, "I'm not crying. You're crying." Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh.
Nathan Bain, 10 out of 10. Possibly my favorite MCU movie of all time.
It's up there, but I mean, in game.
Yeah.
It's good. It's no Infinity War Endgame, but yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Ha, a series of Quill having to save Earth somehow could be cool, right? Yeah, it sure could.
For sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Team up with Spider-Man.
He'll be in the Miss Marvel.
Spider-Man.
Gerardo, man, the MCU needed this. I absolutely loved this movie.
Yeah.
As a lot of people
The
did.
MCU needed this, but it's remember we're getting Miss Marvel next. So I
The
mean,
Marvels.
like, the
Well,
Marvels.
Look, it doesn't
And you
look.
never know.
It doesn't look bad.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't look bad. I think it could be good.
Do I have to watch that horrible TV show before I
No,
see
Yes,
Marvel?
well,
yes,
I didn't.
yes, you
I
need to
didn't,
watch
and I'm
Miss
not-
Marvel. Yes,
I'm not going to.
I think
no.
you do.
But
to
she's in the
understand it.
movie.
Yeah,
She is.
I think y'all both
Does she
should
have
to
powers?
understand it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she does have powers?
Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you should, Joe. I think you should.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Oof.
It wasn't good.
No, I stopped after like the second episode.
She gets her powers in the TV show?
Yeah, but it's not.
I saw the
don't
first
I
10
saw it.
minutes
I don't
and I was
even
like-
remember how. I saw the fucking show.
She-Hulk
Yes.
still works.
No, I mean, I saw the first episode and a half, and she gets her powers by then. I don't even remember how.
Yeah.
What was her grandma?
Is her grandma?
Bracelets somehow.
Yeah,
Something?
some bracelets.
No.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
some
whatever.
bracelets.
You don't have to see it. Trust me.
7 rings?
No, I think you should
10
definitely-
rings?
You should definitely watch it, John.
Don't watch it. Anyways, that is all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you're viewing us. We have exclusive videos on the YouTube channel, Hollywood Hogwash Pod. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We're currently going through season 4 of Barry. But we also got recaps of The Last of Us and Mandalorian season 3. So go check it out.
That's right.
And next week, there's no big movies coming out in theaters. We've been talking
Wasn't
about.
there? I thought there was.
No. Fast and Furious is in a few weeks. But next week, because we heard that the sequel might be coming out soon, and I really wanted to watch this movie again, I was thinking we could watch Dodgeball.
Oh, it's funny.
Dodgeball.
You've already shot the sequel?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's just it's rumored to be coming out. Well, not rumored. It is coming out.
They're saying it's happening.
Yeah.
They still got to confirm Ben Stiller.
Right.
But yeah,
Yep.
if the sequel sucks, we still have the original.
I'm not going to argue watching Dodgeball.
I love this movie. It's one of my favorite comedies.
It's really good.
It's really good. We'll see you next week.